President Trump is pushing for real solutions to all of this, to change when it comes to keeping our schools and our students safe. Arming teachers is one of his ideas.
These teachers love their students, and these teachers are talented with weaponry and with guns, and they feel safe. This crazy man who walked in wouldn't even know who it is that has it. That's good. It's not bad. That's good. And a teacher would have shot the hell out of him before he knew what happened.
One district in Texas has been arming teachers and staff since 2014. Here now is Paul Cairney, Argyle Independent School District Police Chief. Good to see you, Paul.
Thank you for allowing me to be with you. It's a pleasure.
I'm so curious to see how it's been going at your school, but, you know, we see professionals missing signs, whether it's the armed guard outside the school or, you know, the tip line, the FBI getting tips and then not doing what they needed to do with them. Can we trust that teachers who are not professionals in this sort of thing act the right way?
You know, that's a very good question, and you know, some of the reservations you may be expressing right now are some reservations that other people have expressed to me, to include other law enforcement officials, and I definitely respect their opinion about it, and it's a very good question. But I have absolute confidence in the teachers that we have armed at Argyle School District. For one reason, we handpick them. Everyone is a volunteer. Every one of them is motivated to do this. Not a one of them is forced to do it. Every one of them comes to me and says, I want to be a part of this solution. I want to be a part of protecting our students. We don't want to sit back and watch something like this ever happen again. We want to be a part of this solution. And so not only do they volunteer, but we make sure we vet them. And I personally will sit down with them one-on-one and conduct an interview with them and really get their motivations, make sure that I understand why they're doing it, and also they understand the seriousness of what they're about to get into. And then once we get done with that, we also conduct a psych eval, and that psych eval is there for that. It's the same sort of evaluation that a police officer would get going into a new department, but it's there so we can really understand this person and know that they're not going to have any reservations in doing what they're doing. They have the right temperament for it. They're not fearful people by nature.
Paul,
I think our...
So many questions for you, and we just have limited time. Can you just tell me what the training entails? What is the training like?
The training involves an awful lot of shooting. We spend anywhere between 3 and 5 days simply on the range, and it's weapon safety and it's weapon familiarization, and then we also move up to not only shooting at pieces of paper, at paper targets, but then also really getting into more tactical scenarios. And the final exam, if you want to call it that, is what we call force-on-force scenarios, where we have our trainers in a building with these armed staff members, and they use die marking cartridges. It's kind of like paintball, but even more effective, where we're not only shooting at people, but these staff members are being shot at. So they know what it's like to be in a shooting situation. And that's where we can really determine if these people are fit for doing the job. Because, I'm sorry, go ahead.
10 seconds here. Has anyone from the administration contacted you about emulating your model?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Has anyone from the White House, from the administration, contacted you about emulating your model?
You know, we have not had anybody from the White House contact us that I know about. I had a tremendous conversation with Congressman Burgess today about what we're doing, and I think he's very, very pleased with what we're doing, and he hopes to make it a model throughout the country, what we're doing, so we can give this as an opportunity for other people to emulate and do what we're doing.
Paul, thank you very much for your story
and
your success.
Thank you so much for your time.